All right, well, hello there, YouTube world. Welcome to my channel, Not By Sight. Today we're going to take a quick look at one of the backpacks that I used on my 2017 Appalachian Trail Thru Hike. So this backpack that I have here in front of me is the Zpacks Ark Blast backpack, and I got this about halfway through the Appalachian Trail. So I used this for one half of the trail, and I used another one for the first half of the trail. And I'll explain as I go through the review why I ended up switching. So first thing, this Zpacks Ark Blast backpack is made out of Dyneema composite fabric, DCF, or what used to be known as Cuban fiber. So pretty much I'll call it Cuban fiber, even though I guess they've officially changed the name. But this pack has several different advantages that I feel like it may have over some other backpacks. But before we even get into this review, I want you to know that backpacks like shoes and even clothing are highly personal, and there is no such thing as the perfect pack. It all depends on your own size, your strategy for like miles for the day, the time you're going to spend in camp. Lots and lots of factors depend on which backpack's the right one for you. But today we're going to look at the Zpacks Ark Blast backpack. This is considered a 55-liter backpack, but you have to know that that's considering all of the different compartments. The main compartment of this pack is 42 liters. The stretchy outside mesh here is 8 liters, and each of the two side pockets are considered 2.5 liters. So if you add these two, the main one, or the main stretchy here and the main body of the pack, you get 55 liters total. But what you use on the inside is only a 42-liter pack. So for the Ark Blast to be a consideration for you, you need to have your gear kind of dialed in. You don't want to have lots and lots of excess gear and excess weight. This may not be the right pack for you if that's the case. The other thing that you want to consider about this pack is this is really a great pack to use for a through hike of a trail, long distance where small amount of gear and high miles are kind of your objective. If you're looking at having a weekend expedition and you want to carry lots and lots of gear, you might want to consider other more conventional packs, because this is definitely an ultralight backpack. The Zpacks lists the weight of the Ark Blast at 21 ounces, so 1 pound and 5 ounces. That's crazy light, considering that this is a framed pack with a substantial, very supportive hip belt. So this pack is I believe a great pack if the weight parameter that you're going to be carrying is around 25 pounds or less, ideally in that 22 pound range. So some of the features that make the Ark Blast a top-notch contender for your consideration in backpacks is that Zpacks offers an adjustable torso length. I don't know of any other ultralight backpacks that offer this style of adjustable torso. And one thing on a thru hike I noticed was as I lost weight, my original pack, which was non-adjustable, didn't fit anymore. And suddenly the hip belt was down too low, too much weight on my shoulders. And that's one of the reasons I went with the Ark Blast, was you can adjust the torso. And if you can see here, this is the system that they use. Basically, it's a release button on the strap, and you can slide the shoulder strap up and down, adjusting it, I think, around 3 inches. I myself am about a 19-inch torso, and I had to go with the short torso length on this Ark Blast because it goes from, I think, 16 to 19 or 17 to 19 inches. You'll want to refer to Zpacks' website for all of the statistics and all the specs on the pack. But anyway, I was at the top end of the short or the bottom end of the medium torso length, and they recommend going with the short torso, and I'm really glad I did, because even though I measured 19, I had to adjust it down about an inch or so, making this around 18-inch torso, and it fit me perfectly. One thing I noticed right away was when I got the fit adjusted on my Ark Blast, the same weight I was carrying in my slightly more conventional pack before seemed even lighter. So one of the most important things you need to consider is having the correct fit on any pack that you're using. The Ark Blast is called Ark, and it's the Ark series of Zpacks because of their frame style right here. It's a carbon fiber frame pull that you can adjust the amount of arc. You can get more airflow for hot days. If you have a heavier load or larger load, you can take some of the arc out and gives you a little more volume inside your pack. So again, they have great details on that on Zpacks' website. So the other thing that I really liked about Zpacks' Ark Blast was that the hip belt is also adjustable. You can go with small, I think even extra small, medium large, extra large hip belts, and they're a $45 option to just change out hip belts. So if you start out with, say, a large hip belt and lose 25 or 30 pounds on your thru hike, which is very common for men, you can drop down to a medium hip belt, don't have to change out packs. And the other thing I noticed as I lost weight, I needed a shorter torso. I guess because my shoulders were narrower, I was not as thick. I didn't need as long of a torso. I don't understand how that all works. I just know I needed shorter, and the Zpacks allowed me to do that. The other thing I really liked about the Zpacks Ark Blast is it's highly customizable. You can see I've added shoulder pouches here on each side of the pack. These are a $25 option, 0.5 ounces, or I believe if you buy two, they'll sell them for $45 for the pair. So again, it's a 0.5 option. It's waterproof fabric. The opening does not keep it waterproof, but it is waterproof fabric. Very useful to keep my phone, my reading glasses, drink mixes, dental floss, things like that that I needed at a quick grab. And they have a nice little mesh on the outside, along with a nice sized roomy compartment on the inside that closes with a drawstring. Very highly accessible, or accessorizable, if that's a word. The other thing that they offer are hip belt pockets, and I chose to go ahead and get two. I like things to kind of match and meet up. These strap down to the daisy chain on your hip belt, and they give you a lot of room to keep all of your snacks for like the next few hours. I kept Tylenol or ibuprofen in my pack, of chapstick and a pocket knife, so things like that. And these are even more waterproof than the shoulder pouches, so on the really worst days when the weather was terrible, I'd put my phone in a waterproof case and keep it in here, and it kept it pretty darn protected from the elements. Zpacks, again, rates the center compartment as 42 liters, and the side compartments are 2.5 liters. And one thing I really liked about the side compartments on the Ark Blast is that it very well holds a 0.7 liter smart water bottle, which was my water bottle of choice for the Appalachian Trail, and keeps it even at a little bit of an angle, not hard to grab and not hard to put back in, which is something to consider on ultralight packs. Some of them you can't hardly get your own water bottle out. The other thing about these is that they are very roomy, holds one bottle well, holds two bottles just fine. So you can haul a lot of water in these side compartments here. The other thing that I really liked about the Ark Blast backpack was this back mesh compartment. As you can see, it's absolutely huge. I used the Zpacks duplex tent on my Appalachian Trail thru hike, and so I'm going to use that as a reference here. But look at the size of the mesh here on this pack. You can haul a ton back here. This is my puffy coat, so you can haul a tent in your puffy coat and it's not even overloaded. I carried my sit pad, my water filtration, my snacks for the day, all out here, and that was marvelous. I really liked that. The other thing that made me choose the Ark Blast was this Cuban fiber material. The fiber itself, the material, is waterproof, 100% waterproof. But in the seams, Zpacks tapes those and seam seals them. So basically this pack is nearly waterproof. It's highly water resistant, they'll tell you. One of the issues I had was I believe I got a little bit of water through the hydration port right here that they give you on the pack to run a tube through. I'm not a user of hydration packs, so it's not of no value to me. In fact, I'm going to get some Cuban fiber tape and tape over that to make my pack a little more waterproof or more highly water resistant. Zpacks gives you some good compression straps here to compress down your load. I will be honest, I didn't really use that though, but they are available. What I did do was store my trekking poles in here when I wasn't using them. Run the trekking poles down, handle first of course, put the handle in the pocket and cinch that down, store my trekking poles, water bottles still fit. It was all great. The way you access the Ark Blast backpack is with a pretty handy strap on the top that you buckle here, and you can cinch down to cinch your load. So what I do is loosen that up a little bit, unclip it, and then Zpacks top rolls down. You open up your pack this way, and they provide Velcro at the top. Open it right up, and there you go. You can get right in your pack, and that one of the neat features about the roll top on the Ark Blast is that as your load changes, as you have more food when you start out after a resupply point and you use your food down, you just roll the bag down further. And so it's really, really versatile. When you have a heavy load or a light load, you can roll it further and further and further down, making this pack very adjustable. And again, the thing that I noticed right away was how well this pack carried a load. I imagine when I started with this pack, I was carrying 22, 23 pounds of weight, and I hardly knew it was back there. So this pack not only looks good and is adjustable, it also carries loads really, really well. One of the cons to the Zpacks Ark Blast is its price. This pack in 2017, early 2018, lists at $325, and that's a substantial amount of money. I did hear that there were some concerns about durability of the Ark Blast, and I will say after one half of the trail done, my pack looks virtually like new. I have no tears anywhere, no holes, no worn spots, no rough spots. The straps are perfect, the buckles are perfect, everything is absolutely, I think you could almost consider it brand new. I am fairly careful with my stuff, but not that careful. And if you've ever hiked the Appalachian Trail, New Hampshire and Maine are pretty tough on gear, and this pack looks great, looks fantastic. The bottom of it looks perfect. So I would rate the durability as very high. And plus Zpacks has a 1 year or 1 through hike warranty, and they're very good, have very good customer service. One of the features I really, really liked about my Ark Blast was I would keep my sleep system in the bottom, I would keep my clothing next, I would keep my food up near the top, and any personal items right near on the very, very top. And I tried to keep the majority of stuff I needed throughout the day in my mesh. But one of the things I really liked was having my tent stay on the outside of the pack like this. And when it was wet and raining and whatever, I could pack up all my gear inside the tent, get out, fold up the tent, everything's completely waterproof and packed away, and pull my tent down, roll it up, strap it on the outside of the pack like that. It helps the pack stay upright when you stop, which is really cool. And it keeps your wet tent away from the inside of your pack, so you don't have to pack away any wet gear. So these are just a few reasons why I like the Zpacks Ark Blast, and maybe it's some reasons that you should consider this pack also. If you have any other questions or anything that I missed or failed to mention, please add the comments down below, and I'll see if I can help out. And let me know what kind of packs you like on the Appalachian Trail. Thanks a lot for coming along. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps us out. It helps spread the word, and we certainly appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along, and God bless.